Hi everybody, my name is Dapper Doyle. I'm the host of Raw Boise. This is Raw Awakening 2014, a good start to an amazing year. Thank you all very much for coming out and being the wonderful artists that you are. We couldn't do it without you. Let's have a fantastic year.
My name is Will Tagen, last name spelled lowercase v as in Victor, O-N, there's a space, capital T as in Tom, A-G-E-N, and I'm representing the filmmaker tonight, I guess. So I was over in Germany working on an oral history project originally, focusing on how the reunification of the Soviet East had impacted folk culture and oral traditions. After hearing the story, like I said, it was based on a true story, I just thought this would be an outstanding short film project if I kind of wrapped up some of the stuff I've been working on over there with more of the folklore. And then in February of last year, after attending the Berlin International Film Festival, I felt kind of inspired to go ahead and just push forward on that project. And it was a massive collaborative. We had a very bare bones crew. Most of our actors were straight out of the theater. You know, my banker was my co-director and co-producer on the project. And essentially it was a skeleton crew of two of us. And just through the collaboration of everyone in the region, they're also giving and caring, we were able to pull it off pretty successfully. A friend of mine had given her my name as a local filmmaker. I've sort of been out of Boise for a while. I went to school in Reno and then was in Germany for a time. I grew up here, born and raised, but most of my craft had sort of been developed while I was gone. So, you know, coming back in, I'm working on a new project right now. I really felt the need to kind of sink my teeth back in, get involved in the local artist community, and saw this as a great opportunity to just get back into it. So my main focus is writing. I made the decision to study English writing in school rather than go to a traditional film school. I spent a lot of time as a reporter and kind of just learned the craft through various internships and side jobs and just kind of getting out there and doing it. And you know, writing is just so key. It's difficult because filmmaking is such a huge collaborative. It's impossible to be one person doing everything. But as far as the stories involved, what's actually being told, the writer has that ability to be the one that kind of comes up with and gives birth to the idea that will then go on down the line to become the film. So that's sort of been my main focus. Right now we're in the midst of pre-production on my first feature film. It's a $250,000 production that we're shooting here in Boise in July. Finished up the script back in January. I've had a lot of meetings with it. We're partnering up with a local production company and beginning our financing, and we're behind the crew here pretty quick. We're pulling a lot of local talent, local actors, local craftsmen, and what I think most excitingly is we're structuring the entire soundtrack from local artists, local bands. So it's a very exciting, very big deal for all of us involved. So. It's called Almosting It. It's a line pulled from James Joyce's Ulysses, which is a book that was one of my favorites back during my undergraduate. So there's some themes in the film that kind of were pulled from that. If anyone's interested in getting a hold of me or learning more about my upcoming projects, you can get a hold of me through my Raw Artist profile at www.rawartist.org/WillVonTagen. I'm also available at WillVonTagen on Instagram and as well on Facebook and on LinkedIn. My name is Will Tagen and I'm a Raw artist.